Who are you?
My name is Olivia Nzang. I am originally from Equatorial Guinea. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I'm a human being. I'm a creator.
What kind of artistry do you do?
I'm a multidisciplinary artist. If I had to break it down, I would say that I'm a model, I'm a creative director, I write poetry, I write music as well, and I make music. Yeah.
Tell us about your Living Friends project.
What do you want to know about Living Friends?
What inspired it? You know, what motivates it, and you know, what makes it, you know, what it is? Like, what's the purpose of it?
Okay. In short, Living Friends is a visual autobiography and documentary about my life in real time. It's a museum, a visual and phonetic museum. What inspired the project was my community. I believe it was 2021. The woman I was dating at the time threw me a surprise birthday party, and that was, for me, the first time that I felt like people would show up for me on purpose because they wanted to. And I've been surrounded by love ever since, and Living Friends was my way of pouring back into my community. My birthday that year showed me that I am loved and people do want to be in community with me, but because of my life experiences, I don't really know how to let people in. And so when I made Living Friends, that was my way of saying, I love you guys too, and this is how, by putting everyone, as many as my friends as possible, on the project. And even if they weren't on the project, there was stuff that was inspired by people, and that put them on the project as well. So Living Friends to me is church, it's a temple, it's community.
And what is your dream as far as how far Living Friends can go?
Honestly, there's right now I would say Living Friends is I made a denim collection for Living Friends, and so I'm looking at a lot of designers in terms of clothes, and someone I'm really looking at right now is Tremaine Emery, and I believe it was on Instagram. He had a caption that was along the lines of the first invention of denim tears. And it was that sentence to me showed me that denim tears didn't start as what it is now. You feel me? And so to me, I don't place any bounds or limits on anything that I do. I don't know what Living Friends could look like, but I know it could be fucking huge. You feel me? And I'm going wherever my life experiences take me. And right now it looks like a denim collection, but in 10 years, I'm not sure. It might be I don't know, a fashion house with a whole bunch of everything, or a movie, I don't know. But yeah, something huge though, for sure.
Do you find it challenging to be a creative, to be an artist in this world or in this society, DC, anything?
Yes. I'm a political science major, and before I was an artist, I thought I would be a lawyer. And so I'm aware that we live in a capitalistic society. Beyond that, I'm Black, I'm African, I'm queer, you feel me? And all of my art is inspired by my identity, you feel me? And my art isn't happy-go-lucky type shit. I feel like that speaks to my experiences as a Black person, as a queer person, just as a human being trying to survive in a capitalistic society for real. Being an artist is hard because you can't create art and survive at the same time. I feel like, you feel me? You have to eat, and you can't eat without money, but then you have to do you have to get a job. And so for me, living in the United States, I'm an immigrant, you feel me? So in order for me to get a job, you have to get a social security card. There's just so many levels to being an artist, and you can, but you can't just create. You feel me? There's a lot of steps involved, and oftentimes for me, I have to pay a lot of the people I want to create with, and it's like if I don't have a job, I can't pay the photographer, you feel me? So the shoot isn't gonna get done. So yes, it's hard to be an artist in a capitalistic society, but do it anyway type. I do it anyway.
And do you feel like your drive to create, even with those obstacles set up, that's the true passion and love that's coming out?
Yes, for sure. I think my purpose is bigger than all of my circumstances. You feel me? And ultimately, that's the point for me. All of this is human, man-made. I'm aware that life is bigger than this three-dimensional, geometrical, like, world we have going right now. So I'm going to speak regardless. So yeah, for sure, I'm passionate about what I'm doing.
And what do the next 10 years of your life look like for you?
Bro, I had a feeling y'all were going to ask me this question, bro, and I don't have an answer. I really don't. I just want to be authentically more myself 10 years from now, for real, whatever that looks like. I'm gonna embrace it then.
Do you care about how people perceive you as like an artist? Like, do you want people to be like, oh, Liv, the amazing artist, one of the greatest, you know, people of all time, or would you rather just like want to just be you and stay at the same like level of like people knowing you and perception while also making incredible art? Do you care about outward perception and like people holding you up?
I don't necessarily like care for it per se, but like I don't care for it in terms of like if my name were to be brought up in the conversation of like people, artists who are like, you know, established right now are doing great things. Like if my name comes up or doesn't come up, I don't care about that specifically. But if it is going to come up, I want my whole entire being to be acknowledged. Like I'm not just a model or just a creative director, or like one thing people do a lot is like, oh, I saw your little thing the other day, or you know, like if you're going to like perceive me, if you're going to acknowledge me, I want to be acknowledged fully. But I don't care for the acknowledgement for real, because like I feel like this feeling right here is ego driven. But if I'm being very real with myself, I feel like the depth and like how much I can produce, people can't meet me that deeply because they haven't met themselves that deeply. So I can't expect stuff from people who don't spend as much time with themselves as I do, for real. And so I do care about perception, but it doesn't affect how I move, for real. As long as people listen to what I'm saying, I feel like that's like, as long as what I'm doing has an impact and it forces people to look internally within them, that's all I care about. You don't have to acknowledge me as an artist, for real. As long as like you learn to love yourself by being close to me, we're good.
Do you get a lot of pushback being Black, queer, on your artistry? Because you know, you said you incorporate a lot of like yourself into your art. Do you receive a lot of pushback from people that don't necessarily understand that?
Pushback? No. Respectfully, I don't engage with people who I feel like don't understand me, because like I already feel like I talk so much. There's only so much explaining I can do. You feel me? And so it's like, bro, like your lack of isn't my responsibility, honestly, for real. I don't give a fuck, if I'm being honest. Yeah.